What's up, everyone? It is Saturday, June 21st. Saturday, June 21st, 2025. It's 3:29 p.m. We're on the corner of Vince Scully and Sunset for a protest against ICE and the Dodgers. We're right down the street from Gate A of Dodger Stadium.
Right on, I'm glad I've been pushing people for a while. Come on, join me, I'm jumping! Like, you tell people it's like, this is the fascism. It's another guy. Yeah, that's literally just on that side. It's slow. It takes one little step at a time. Right now, it's clear. The test. You're going to go down there. Yep. Yes, you are. Exactly. Gives you rights to be here. Any person.
The Dodger Stadium is their house.
With the details, it's at 3 p.m. We're going to come together to talk about how we're actually going to defeat Trump and fascism. It's a serious question. As these protests have been, we have to confront it's not enough. There can become a time when it becomes too late. We must demand that the Trump fascist regime must go down. When they are coming for children, for immigrant brothers and sisters, when they are arresting senators, when they are arresting U.S. citizens, what do you think they're going to do with the rest of this country? When they are sending the military to LA, this is a test case for only one of them falling in a fascist America. And we refuse to accept a fascist America. And look, we have to recognize what kind of system they have today. This whole system is wrong and illegitimate, and we need to do what that's what we're talking about. But we need a revolution. system from causing me and anyone in these arrested. We follow the revolutionary obligations. We are saying we did not follow the court to allow these imperialists to dominate the world and determine the destiny of humanity. They need to be overthrown as quickly as possible. And it is a scientific fact that humanity does not have to live this way. So come get organized. Let's go forward. Let's help you. We're serious about getting rid of this system and replacing it with something better. We have a leadership in our society which misleads you. Then if you don't agree with me, that's okay. We have to unite anyway to demand a non-violent outcome that the Trump fascist regime must go. That's all of us, from many different perspectives. Whether you're a Democrat, whether you're an anarchist, whether you're black, whether you're brown, whether you're documented, undocumented, LGBT, all of us need to come together to demand a sustained non-violent protest that the Trump fascist regime must go now.
That's how we feel.
Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump.
So there's a couple hundred people here. I don't know, maybe between 200 and 300 people here at the intersection. I think they're supposed to move towards gate A a little later. There's a lot of police. Well, there isn't too much, but there is some police presence there at the gate A. I believe there's a Dodger game that starts at 7:30 today versus the Nationals. So I don't know if this is going to go all the way to 7:30. Yeah, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up, share the stream. across the street and get the shots this way. Can get across the street here. It looks like the crowd is getting a little bigger. When I first got here, there was, I don't know, maybe like 30% less people. It's hard to get clean shots because of all the traffic. Vince Scully and Sunset. There's another anti-ICE, anti-Dodger protest going on. Oh, fuck. People are mad at the Dodger organization for not taking a stand on what's going on. The Dodgers did end up, they pledged to donate $1 million to the families of the migrants. But not till after all of these protests were planned. Here goes the Dodgers announced a $1 million donation to immigrant families after protests and criticism. The Los Angeles Dodgers announced they are donating $1 million to benefit immigrant families in the wake of the ongoing ICE raids. The Dodgers have been criticized in recent days for remaining quiet about the increased immigration enforcement in the area. The Los Angeles Dodgers announced plans to support the local immigrant community in the wake of ongoing ICE raids in the region after criticism from fans for seemingly staying quiet on the issue. The Dodgers announced on Friday that they would be donating $1 million to help support immigrant families. It wasn't clear where those funds would directly go. A press release from the team said simply that the money would go towards direct financial assistance for families of immigrants impacted by recent events in the region. The team also said it would be making other announcements in the coming days with other local organizations that help the immigrant community, but no further details were given. What's happening in Los Angeles has reverberated among thousands upon thousands of people, and we have heard the calls for us to take a leading role on behalf of those affected. Dodgers president and CEO Stan Kasten said Friday. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass praised the Dodgers announcement on Friday and added that my message to all Angelinos is clear. We will stick together during this time and we will not turn our backs on one another. That's what makes this the greatest city in the world. The Dodgers were expected to make this announcement on Thursday after growing calls from the community to speak up about the immigration raids across Southern California. But on Thursday, Kasten delayed the announcement after protests erupted outside Dodger Stadium after the team said it turned away federal agents trying to access the parking lot. Many Angelinos have criticized the Dodgers in recent weeks, saying the organization wasn't doing enough to stand up for the immigrant community. Despite boasting a massive Latino fan base, the team itself says Latinos make up more than 40% of their fans. Last week, the team was in the spotlight after singer Neza performed the national anthem in Spanish ahead of a game against the San Francisco Giants. Neza said she had communicated her intention to sing the anthem in both Spanish and English the days leading up to the game, but that shortly before her performance, a member of the Dodgers organization told her she could only sing in English. So that's the backstory according to Fox 11. What brings you guys out here?
What
What part are you guys from? Mind if we do a little interview? What brings you guys out here?
No, I don't want to do an interview.
Oh.
There's other people
Don't-
here.
all right.
But it's basically what brings us out here is this.
The Trump fascist regime must go.
Now.
And that's an organization?
No, the organization has refused fascism, and this is their main demand, and they're working to bring everybody together like there's millions of people, right? If we all got in the street with this, like they did in South Korea, we could actually get them out.
Okay.
Not that it would be
Do
easy.
you believe the Trump organization is a fascist organization?
Damn straight, yeah.
Presidency.
Exactly.
What about the other organizations over here? Isn't there some that are like socialist? Or no?
Isn't there what?
They're socialist, the revolutionary ones?
Yeah, but they sure aren't in presidency or any position.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of different organizations out here, right?
I think so. Actually, I don't know all the ones that are out here. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.
Personally,
Thanks for the
I think
info.
we need a revolution, but nothing good is going to come unless we can get these fascists out of power.
Put that in your pipe.
Get in there. What up, play ball with my leg? You already know.
Can you lower the...
Zero game.
Hold on. Ready? Go ahead. What bring you...
Straight from my leg. Play zero game. What them right there? Them Dodgers. Them is right there. We need to be together. Stay together, stay unified, stay respectful. Don't destroy your city. We gon' fuck shit up, but we gon' fuck it up different. All of us together. Look around. We come out here by the masses. And we gonna do shit right. They're gonna destroy our country. This is our country. Don't forget it. We're all one.
All right. Thank you. Timothy, thank you for that super chat. Thanks for reminding me about the watermark. It was on there, but I guess I didn't turn it on. This is the traffic leading up to the stadium now. This street right here, Vince Scully Ave, leads to Gate A of Dodger Stadium. Well, it also leads to the other gates, but Gate A is right up the way. I don't know if the crowd is going to march up there a little bit later. Or...
I mean, I think it's like what
traffic control cops. I don't know if they're coming or going. There's some police up at the gate. Yes, this is live. There should be a little button. Isn't there, YouTube put something on the screen that says live, like a little square?
Like, once you get into that, like, you become what I think. Yes, oh yeah. Oh man, Think Easy. We wrote What? My dad was very bright started. He started before he wrote One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. He was working at you know the story. He was working at a mental hospital in Berkeley. Yeah, like this is all public knowledge. Working at a mental hospital in Berkeley, and he was experimenting as well as LSD. And so they were dosing with LSD, and he really liked it. And so he started getting it, and he started dosing his neighbors at these big parties where he wouldn't tell anybody, he just put it in the pill, and everybody would fall. And this is how hippies. And so eventually he got this bus. Also, like, the people that were doing this with him became the Grateful Dead.
Are you okay if I take your
So
picture?
he got this bus.
For what?
Well, I'm covering this, but part of it is all the cameras and camera people, so I'm
Who are you working with?
Keystone Press. I'm freelance, but this is
Yeah,
project.
okay.
I didn't know you.
Hey, Feather Lightfoot, thank you for that super chat.
Actually, no, wait, I don't I wouldn't have survived.
Hey, Feather Lightfoot and Kimothy, thank you for those super chats. You guys do me a favor, hit the thumbs up. And share the stream with anyone you think might be interested.
Didn't find out until my mother. My dad was her son.
Thank you guys as always, man.
Never would have put them together. We're pretty good about checking in.
Because that's what they're doing. They're stealing children. They're stealing all this from us. And then they're not giving us directions how to find our children and how to find our children and how to find our children. And then everything is just being stolen. So I suggest that there's got to be a better process. A way better process. Look through the eyes. Nothing to do with none of that shit. That's going to create conflict. It's going to create a lot of conflict. And we need to be better. We need to understand ourselves better.
Personally impacted by some of these ICE raids, these arrests that are
That's why everybody hates brother right now. We don't do this to disrespect people. We don't do this to create hate. What we do it for is for us to coexist. And for us to live. Instead of being white people,
One last question. The Dodgers announced they're going to give $1 million to immigrant families who have been impacted by the raids, supported by their Is that
you guys are the ones that taught us.
out here.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
No justice, no peace, no ICE or police. No justice, no peace, no ICE or police.
All right, looks like it's the crowd is kind of thinning out a little bit. I don't know if they're supposed to march up to Gate A. It's hard to get any shots here because the traffic. People on the sidewalks, you'd have to be in the middle of the street to get good shots of the crowd. We're definitely getting a copyright claim today. Is that a real bobblehead? Did they actually make those? That'd be pretty lit. They make a bang. They make a lot of money. You're right. You probably could 3D print them and you make like, you could probably sell them for like 50 bucks, 100 bucks. You make them? You should. You probably sell them for like $50, $60 easy. Huh? That's a lot. Easy, bro. 50 bucks. I don't need to sell them. Well, you can donate your cost if you want to just do it for the cost.
I would donate it to legal fees, to a legal charity for immigrants.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'll make it sell.
having a plan to walk up to Dodger Stadium? Or?
I don't know. I don't see the people that were here at the beginning.
They might have moved up there already, some people.
Frescas, bacon and hot dog.
Agua fresca. ¿Cuánto cuesta el agua fresca? ¿7? A mí no es sandía. ¿Esa de qué es?
Es piña con fresa.
Sandía está bien.
Tenemos $5 hot dog.
¿Qué pasó con la música? ¿Ya se fueron?
¿De dos?
Está bien, gracias.
Gracias. ¿Un agua?
Very well done. We're gonna put my camera down so I can drink my drink.
That's the coolest tripod I've ever seen. You've got like 4 different things going on at once.
The tripod is just a basic tripod.
To attach it on the camera.
Yeah, it's just like on top of this thing called a pole shoe, and I put magnets and just put like a piece of
Oh, you
metal.
put the magnet. Alright, man, go press.
hoping the people with the sign will march towards us so we can actually, finally get a clean shot of the sign. Are they twins? Are they twins? You guys twins?
22 months apart. She's gonna be 4 on Tuesday. She just turned 2. Thank you. Wanna go that way or you wanna go this way? Let's go this way.
Are you ever in the chats and stuff or what?
Yeah. I'm gonna hit you.
What's your username?
Huh?
What's your username?
Garfield Counts, brother.
Garfield? I think I've been seeing it.
Yeah. I'll hit you with a super chat or whatever next time. No, it's my
Be
pleasure.
safe, man.
Yeah, you too.
You know if they're gonna march up this way or no?
I have no idea what's happening next. I just kind of assume they're gonna declare it an unlawful assembly close to the start of the game. There was, I don't know if you saw it, the motorcycle cop just came down from the stadium.
Yeah.
Checked out the situation.
They've been coming down. They kind of stop right there in the intersection and then they move around.
Yeah.
They have some type of plan.
They do.
There's some cops over at Gate A. Well, they're all over the gates, but I don't think it's going to get out of hand.
I don't know. They've been, well, I guess the people have been getting out of hand are ice. I don't know what LAPD's going to do about this. Probably nothing if people stay outside.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's going to calm down. Hopefully. I don't want it to get out of control.
Same. I don't want them to have a propaganda.
All right, man. Nice to meet you.
Brother.
Yes.
You got the phone on top?
around here in the intersection. I would say there's probably about 200, it was at its max, it was probably about 200 to 300 people here. Can we do a quick interview? Who you guys are and stuff? Are you guys communists? The RevComs?
RevComs, we're a revolutionary communist party.
Hold on, real quick.
Hey, bro, either you're standing in solidarity with us, don't try to take I told
All right, I've seen you guys at different protests. It's like 2020, right?
Yeah.
What's the name of your group? Who are you guys, and what are you trying to accomplish here?
My name is Luna. I'm with the RevCom Corps for the Emancipation.
You don't want police presence on you.
And you guys are a communist group, or are you just standing in
I'm a revolutionary communist. I'm a follower of the revolutionary left.
That's what we're out here.
Right now, we're out here uniting all who can be united to say that the Trump fascist regime must go now. You know, whether you're a communist, whether you're anarchist, whether you're a Democrat, if we don't have millions of people in the streets, a non-violent mass struggle to demand that this regime must be removed from power, like fascism is going to consolidate. There comes a time where it becomes too late. We saw that happen in Nazi Germany. This is fascism. Fascism is a different form of rules. Fascism is a different form of governing society. Fascism is getting rid of due process. And if the window is closing to actually stop this, you know. So we have to go broader. We have to go deeper. We have to be more relentless. And we have to ask ourselves right now, when is enough enough? You know, they've already gone way too far. And what happened on the June 14th was very important, but it has to grow. It has to grow in massive, sustained, non-violent protests demanding that the Trump fascist regime must go now.
So are you guys trying to establish like a new political party, or?
On the RevCom Corps, we're a revolutionary organization. We're saying the whole system is rotten and illegitimate, and that we need and we demand a whole new way to live, a fundamentally different system. We're talking about uprooting the system of capitalism and imperialism, replacing it with a far better system based on the Constitution for the new Socialist Republic in North America, authored by Baba Beki.
That's what I advocate for. But whatever, you know, what people advocate for, whatever they, you know, whether they think they want to save America and save democracy, they don't think we need a revolution, all of us have to come together with this single unifying demand that the Trump fascist regime must go now. You know, Tahrir Square did it. Egypt did it, right? South Korea just did it. This is, you know, a non-violent mass struggle demanding that the Trump fascist regime must go now. That requires all of the decent people. What I mean by the decent people are the millions of people in this country who do not want to live in a fascist America.
And have you guys been having more and more support over the years, or do you feel like the movement is growing for you guys, or it's about the same?
But it's not our movement, you know. It's we don't own this, you know. This is we're talking about humanity, you know. This demand is the property of humanity. It does not. We don't own it, you know. This needs to be the demand of the times of what we have to be doing, for sure.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. What media are you from?
AXN News.
Oh, okay, cool.
Breaking news, Trump has launched an attack on Iran. The U.S. has launched a strike on 3 nuclear sites in Iran. We have completed our very successful attack on 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordo, Natanz, and Esfahan, wrote Trump on Truth Social on June 21st. All planes are now outside of Iran airspace. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site. All planes are safely on their way home, wrote Trump. Congratulations to our great American warriors. There's not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace. So by home, did you say they're coming back to the U.S. or? I heard that they were in Guam. The war just escalated. We'll see where it goes. That's separate from this. All right, I think we're going to call it today for this protest. It is 5:25 p.m. There's still a decent amount of people out here. I'm going to go edit some video and send it out. And then we'll see. I'll still be around here in the neighborhood. I gotta move my car too. And I'll keep you guys posted if anything happens. I don't know if there's people are gonna march towards the gates at Dodger Stadium. It doesn't seem like it right now. This started around 2 p.m. The crowd size is a little bit smaller than it was earlier. see you on the next one. Yeah, we'll probably be out tonight chasing calls, or we'll see what happens. I'm gonna stay around Dodger Stadium for a little bit, but I gotta send some video. In. All right, we'll see you guys a little bit later. Hit that notification if you haven't hit. Please hit the thumbs up. We'll see you guys on the next one.